Dr. Corrado, thank you so much for being here today with us to talk about MENA desalination projects and the desalination industry in general. We have a few questions for you. So the first question will be, due to challenges and difficulties imposed by the funding of water desalination projects, GCC governments headed towards involving the private sector in building desalination stations financed and owned completely or partially by the private sector. How can you describe such efforts in general in order to put the public to the progress of desalination industry in GCC countries?
Yes, obviously desalination plants are capital-intensive assets that requires hundreds of millions of dollars to be developed, engineered, developed, installed and commissioned, and then later on to be operated. Clearly the government needs the support of the private sector for developing such projects that are vital for the economy of the region. But at the same time, the private sector can benefit of long-term partnership with governments through 20 to 30 years concession agreements developed under PPP schemes like Industrial Water Purchase Agreement that are going to be extremely interesting for the water sector as well. I found that whenever privatization was adopted, this brought along a lot of innovations and in turn extremely competitive tariff. Recent tariff that we received in Fortawila of 50 cents a meter cube are unthinkable of just a couple of years ago, and this is thanks to the aggressive and innovative approach that has been taken by the private sector.
Wonderful. Building over that, so we are curious to know, in the world of water desalination, what is the important factor to make the future brighter? Is it technology, research and economics? In other words, what do you advise for industry, researchers and business stakeholders?
I think that every segment, every sector needs to rely on the other. Government needs the private sector needs the research and development. Everything is in a loop that obviously needs to support each other in the correct way. Research needs to find a way, because there is a lot of research on desalination plants, but unfortunately not all of them find the right implementation in material projects. Obviously because traditionally the sector has been quite conservative in terms of innovations. But now this is changing, and therefore research and development will be able to bring more innovation into the system. And therefore this triangle that support each other, whereby public sector, industry, private sector and research and development will be able to work together and achieve that goal of going to lower tariff and possibly to sustainable water generation.
Wonderful. So in MENA desalination projects, we not only communicate or speak to the specialists in the field, we also would love to communicate more knowledge about desalination to the public, to the non-specialists. So we have a question that is asking about which one is more economically feasible. It's the comparing between desert wells desalination, seawater desalination, industrial water desalination, or human waste desalination. What are the differences?
This is interesting because for the first time you ask a question whereby desalination and human waste water desalination is also compared. Desalination is important, and it is important to decrease the footprint, economical and energy footprint of desalination. But there is a lot to do in terms of wastewater and wastewater reclamations. At the moment, a lot of wastewater that could be reclaimed, treated and rendered to potable water use is still not properly utilized. And let's consider that only a fraction, 10% approximately, of all the water that is desalinated goes for municipal and domestic purpose. The rest of the water that is in reality produced by desalination could be reclaimed by wastewater desalinations and treatment. And this not only would offer much cheaper tariff, but also would enable to decrease the environmental impact of the TSC discharge to the ocean, which in turn generates red tides and other events like that. So I believe that a good balance between seawater desalinations and wastewater reclamations and treatment is the way to go. And I think that is something that the governments are increasingly looking at to both increase the affordability of water generation in this area.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So regarding the technologies, various desalination technologies are recently in use, including solar membrane desalination systems, low temperature desalination systems to reduce the need for energy used in RO. How can you evaluate such methods in the present time, and what are your expectations of it in the future?
I had the privilege to work in the Gantut project, which was developed by Mazda in the site of Gantut, where 5 different technologies were tested, and the state-of-the-art energy thresholds have been really challenged. There's a lot of things that can be done with membrane distillations and with solar coupling with low temperature distillation. We had, for instance, a forward osmosis plant that was promising, this is very promising, and it was achieving very, very low energy consumption, along with a number of improvements to state-of-the-art desalination plants that have really brought the energy consumption sharply below the 3 kilowatt-hour per meter cube. This is an extremely promising development. The major challenge is to ensure that all these innovations find the possibility to be implemented in real scale, large scale desalination plants, so that also the public sector can take benefit of that.
Perfect, wonderful. And we are a bit curious, so after 10 years as ILF Engineers Middle East's Managing Director, you left the firm and started SWPC, Sustainable Water and Power Consultants. As you reflect on your prospective leadership in the office, what activities would you like to highlight?
Well, it's been an amazing journey for me, the journey with ILF, because I started working in this company 10 years ago, and we were basically the new kid in the block. And then I left ILF, and this is really a consultant of choice in the field of desalination, and this is really something that always I will remember with great pride and pleasure. But as WPC, Sustainable Water and Power Consultant, is going to basically working on desalination and sustainability, thermal power generation, wastewater generation, and providing a new angle to the client and stakeholders in terms of approach to technical aspects and technical excellence, and basically backed up by 30 years of experience of the undersigned in this area. So I'm really excited to this journey, and I thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak about SWPC.
Thank you, Dr. Corrado. It's a pleasure and an honor having you with us here at MENA
Pleasure's mine.
Desalination Projects. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was good.